Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club. This is that show.
Sorry about it.
How you doing, Mel?
I'm angry.
What are you angry about?
I hate this show.
Play the theme song.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom, and then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids. Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. I'll get those plumbers!
Has a weird opening. I've always thought this one has a weird opening.
Yeah, because it's like selling it as some kind of serious fantasy show, and then in the background you see Mario in a giant shoe and Luigi as a frog.
Yeah, the other two Deke Mario shows both have really catchy songs. I mean, one of them is kind of cheating because it's just using the Super Mario Brothers theme, but...
Right.
This one's just... I don't know what they were thinking.
Not much.
This is Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. Still one of the strangest titles that we've come across, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
It's not the Adventures of the Super Mario Brothers. It's the adventures of the game, Super Mario Bros. 3. The game is having these adventures.
And it's only tertiarily related to the game.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, both of these episodes took place in Desert Land from Mario 3, I guess.
Sure, but I don't remember the stage where you get chased by a mummy woman.
Okay. This episode aired September 15th, 1990. This was the second episode that they aired, but it's the third one that they made.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, they didn't care about airing order. It didn't matter. It's not like there was any continuity in this show.
Yeah, we've covered enough of these.
This could be the first episode and nothing would change.
Yeah. It'd be just as boring and pointless.
We get two segments. The first one is called Mind Your Mommy, Mario.
Ugh, I was praying that this was only going to be one segment. But then when they started the other, furious.
This was written by Matt Uitz, who wrote for Saturday Supercade and Captain N and a couple of different Sonic shows and Mega Man. But I don't think we've ever actually looked at any of his work before.
Let's not.
No, let's do it.
No.
Oh, we got Hip and Hop here. I think we saw Hip and Hop in the first episode, but they didn't have any lines.
Is it me, or do they look extremely off-model?
Mel, is there a single Koopaling in this show that looks on-model to you?
Like, no, but also, Cootie Pie, I kind of get it.
Okay.
There's a consistency to it. But these two, they walk in looking like they have somebody else's face on.
Do you mean they look off-model from themselves in this show?
Yes.
No?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I always had a really hard time. When I was a kid, I couldn't figure out exactly which ones these were supposed to be. I was like, is it Iggy and Lemmy, or is it like Larry as one of them? I'm pretty sure it is Iggy and Lemmy, but, you know.
Nobody knows.
The Iggy and Lemmy don't really have a connection in the games to each other. But Hip and Hop are a duo. That's what they went with for this.
They're twins, apparently. Didn't you know?
No. Hip is played by Stuart Stone, best known for being the voice of Ralphie in The Magic School Bus.
Oh, no.
He was 10 when this show came out.
Cool.
It turns out he's also in an episode of Maniac Mansion as a kid who gets in a fight with Ike.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know, it's just bizarre to read that.
I want to see an episode of Maniac Mansion where somebody gets in a fight with Turner, a kid.
Well, we saw
gets
Turner
absolutely
fighting
wailed on.
with Uncle, what was his name, Lenny?
Yeah. I want to see him body slam a small child.
Okay. You want to see him battle his contemporaries.
Right.
Hop is played by Tara Sharondoff, who, that was not a familiar name for me, but then when I looked her up, it turns out that that's Tara Strong. That's her old name.
Oh. She's been around forever.
Yeah.
She's every voice.
I know, I actually didn't realize that she was acting this early, I guess.
No, me neither.
But, yeah, Tara Strong, for anyone who doesn't know the name. She was Bubbles in Powerpuff Girls. She was Twilight Sparkle in My Little Pony. I've been hearing her recently because she was the voice of Paz in Metal Gear, which we've been replaying.
Oh.
She took over Harley Quinn after the original Harley Quinn stopped doing it. I don't know why she stopped doing it. I think the most recent thing I saw her in was that Loki Disney Plus show. She plays the animated clock lady in that.
I was hoping it was just an animated clock.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good. Clock Lady's a little ambiguous.
Well, she has arms and legs, but she is just a talking clock face.
Okay. It could have also been a woman that's really into clocks. Like the log lady. She isn't a log, but she sure likes them.
Miss Minutes is her name, apparently. She looks like this.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's like the AI assistant. That show's pretty good. It's one of the few MCU things I've enjoyed lately.
She looks like she's going to shoot bullets at me while I fly around in a tiny cartoon plane.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, she does have kind of a Cuphead look to her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
When they're in this pyramid, so Hip and Hop are in this pyramid, and they step on what I'm pretty sure is a crumbled up dry bones.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
There's not a lot in this pyramid, and they go out of their way to step on this crumbled up dry bones and get scared by it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to stand up and do something, but it doesn't.
It just gave them a bit of a fright.
Yeah. One of the sarcophagi? There's a sarcophagi in there, and he's moving.
So I didn't take in what it was at first, and when you see the close-up shot of it jiggling and jouncing, I was like, why is there a bounce house in a pyramid?
Okay, because I at first thought it was kind of like just a big sack with someone in it. Yeah, there's something moving in one of them, so they grab a different one and make a run for it. You kind of can see that it looks like Mario when they grab it.
You could see the mustache from the top.
Yeah, and the big nose.
Yeah.
As like the second they're gone, another mummy pops out of the other one and is like, "They've stolen my son!"
We're never told why they do this.
No!
And I'm very confused.
No. There is no real plan, I don't think.
No.
Anyway, this is Queen Mushroom Carmoon, the mummy. She's played by Catherine Gallant, who we've talked about before because she played Mama Fireplant in the Super Mario World show.
I completely forgot we even watched that.
Yeah, me too. The one with the really annoying Yoshi.
Yeah. And yet, still better than this show, I think.
Yeah, I think the Super Mario World show's better than this one.
This is the worst, then Super Mario World, then the Super Mario show.
It's
Super
the best
show.
one, yeah. Yeah, agreed. I have, I think, the fondest memories of the Super Mario World one, but I think that's because I was playing Super Mario World while it was airing.
Right.
So, we would wake up early on a Saturday morning, watch the Super Mario World show, and then play Super Mario World. It's great.
Super Mario World is one of the best Marios.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's by far my favorite 2D Mario, for sure.
I think it's probably mine too.
Yeah. I know that's... I think a lot of Mario fans who are a little bit older than me disagree with that. I think Mario 3 tends to be the most popular one among hardcore older Mario fans, but no, Mario World is the one I loved.
Yeah. They're wrong, subjectively and objectively.
Yeah. So anyway, Hip and Hop running through the desert. I do like that they've included all the Mario level design stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Like they're not just running through an empty desert. There's blocks all around and stuff.
Hills with eyes.
Yeah. They went out of their way to make this look like a Mario place, which is a nice touch, I think.
Which is wild because they're being chased by this random mummy woman that does not look like she belongs in this world.
Okay, but you know what happened here, right?
What?
They handed the writer all the materials and they were like, here's what we have. Like, this is Super Mario Brothers 3. There's a grass world, there's a desert world, there's all the different worlds that there are. And the writer just went, okay, let me see. Desert world, sure, mummies, whatever. I know what's in a desert.
Camels.
I don't need to check what's in the game. So Hip and Hop escape into a pipe, and then that's when
I was very confused because pipes typically
lead
are
somewhere.
warp
Yeah,
pipes. Yeah, but this one's literally just a floating pipe that they're kind of trapped in now.
yeah. Well, I guess not all pipes are warp pipes. Some of them are just platforms.
That's true, but if you can crawl inside it, usually it's because it's gonna take you into the sewer.
Well, maybe usually we can't crawl inside the ones that don't work because Mario knows enough not to get in there. So he stops us, you know?
Nah, there's a real bad smell coming out of this one. Don't crawl in it.
You as the player walk up to the entrance of the pipe, but Mario refuses to go in because he's like, I can see out the other end. This pipe don't go nowhere.
The entrance is just painted on. You can't go in this one.
Look, I did the plumbing in this area, and I know this pipe don't go nowheres.
I know you like to forget that I'm a plumber, but I did put these pipes in. Do they go somewhere? No, not all of them, but I know which ones do.
I just haven't gotten around to connecting that one up yet. But when I do...
I was in the process of doing it, but then something hit me and I got really tiny and I couldn't work on it anymore. I couldn't pick up the wrench.
Do you want to do plumbing while there's turtles throwing hammers at you? No.
Don't even get me started on the sun.
I can work with the sun in my eyes, but in my face?
But upon my person, lighting me on fire.
When you're outside doing a plumbing job and the sun is swooping down at you, it's time to call
You're
it a
not
day.
laying pipes. You're jumping over the sun.
I had my plunger, I had my wrench, I had my fire flower. None of it was working.
Can't throw fire at the sun. Just gonna eat it and get more powerful.
I know. It's gonna launch fire snakes on the race car track.
Yeah.
So Mario is sleeping in his house, and they're having a nice relaxing day, and then some guy runs in and starts yelling, and I laughed at how immediately Mario starts yelling as well.
Yeah, I'm so tired, nothing could drag me out of this bed.
There's a mad mummy loose in desert land!
We better get that mummy back where it belongs before it scares the pasta out of everybody!
I was distracted by the fact that this is the most terrible toad I have ever seen in my life.
The one that comes in, yeah, he's a bit weird.
Yes! It's creepy!
Yeah, he didn't quite look right. In the games, every toad looks like the same guy and it's fine. But it really does feel like in this show they were like, well, this one is actual Toad, so we have to make sure all the other Toads look different.
Right, that would be weird if they all looked like the same guy.
Yeah.
We gotta give this one giant voids for eyes and no soul.
I just love that Mario, even napping, Mario is checked in enough to the plight of mummies in the desert.
Even when napping, Mario is checked into the mummies.
The mummy is terrorizing the town for a long time. It goes on for a long time.
We gotta get some Benny Hill playing.
I like to think that all it said in the script is the mummy is terrorizing town.
Throwing music note blocks. Not really doing a whole lot else.
Yeah, she's throwing music blocks around. They don't do that. There is an enemy in... Is there an enemy in Mario 3 that throws blocks? Brick blocks? I can't remember.
There's those like jumping pyramid block things, right?
That's right.
That's the closest I can think of.
I think it's supposed to be like teeny tiny Goombas that are underneath the blocks jumping around.
Right.
I can't remember. It's been a while. I don't go back to Mario 3 very often.
Nah.
I like the beginning of Mario 3, but I get tired of it pretty quickly.
I have the same feeling. Like, if you don't use the warp whistle, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You go to the stage that you like. You go to Big Land.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons I like Mario World more is that I feel like it's better at variety. I think Mario 3 gets a bit repetitive.
I just think World is more fun.
It's more fun. It looks nicer. The music's really good. I do like the Mario 3 music, though, so I can't really fault it on that.
All Marios have good music.
Yoshi's there.
Yoshi's there.
But
he eats the apple.
He eats the apple. I think they're berries.
They look like apples. I've always thought they were apples.
They do look like apples, yeah. They come in, what, red, pink, and green? Those are all apple colors, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So Hip and Hop make a break for it. The princess notices them, and she takes Luigi and Toad to chase after these two children.
Meanwhile, Mario gets abducted by a mummy.
Yeah, Mario goes alone to distract the mummy, who immediately thinks that that's her son. Kind of saw that coming. Like, as soon as the sarcophagus was revealed to look like Mario, I was like, yeah,
right.
Okay, I see where this is going. Hip and Hop run to an airship where King Koopa escapes with them. Did he not? Did he send them? Or was he just like picking his kids up from school?
I think he sent them. We just don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't write down anything about why they were doing this, so so I guess they really didn't say it.
There's no reason for the madness.
So Luigi, Toad, and the princess head back to town just in time to witness Mario getting kidnapped by the mummy.
She is booking it across the dunes. It's pretty funny.
So they need a map. They can't possibly follow the mummy, I guess. They need a map to find out where the pyramid is.
It's so dumb. Why are they wasting our time like this?
So apparently Toad has a cousin who sells maps to celebrities' homes.
And he just happens to be like 10 feet away.
Yeah, so they go speak to him. He sells them a map to the pyramid. I liked that the map to the pyramid was drawn to look like the game's world map.
Yeah.
That was cute. Luigi thinks the map is fake because he sees Mario on it, but then they realize exactly what happened. And back in the pyramid, the mummy is treating Mario like her son. So she's treating Mario like a baby, right?
Except the sarcophagus has a mustache, implying he was a grown man.
It's not like a baby with a full mustache.
Though, I always think when it comes to mustachioed cartoon characters, were they born with the mustache? Because that's funny.
We know Mario wasn't. We've seen him as a baby.
Okay. Have we seen him in this particular iteration as a baby?
No, I wonder if we do. I wonder if they ever showed baby Mario in the Mario Super Show. It's a good question. Because I think they showed Baby Robotnik in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I think Baby Robotnik did have a mustache.
Oh, good. That's my favorite.
I could be wrong, though. We'll need to check that. Anyway, Mario's all wrapped up in bandages. He's trying to hop away. She puts him in a coffin for a nap. And then I was a little bit baffled by the scene transition because we go straight to Raccoon Luigi towing a cloud through the sky.
Yeah, I feel like they skipped a couple steps.
Yeah, I don't really... He's towing a cloud, and Peach and Toad are hiding in the cloud. And,
okay, real quick, I forgot that we have seen this before. We watched this OVA.
Oh, yeah. Mel sent me a picture of all of the baby Robotniks from the Sonic OVA, and they all have little mustaches. They're very cute.
They are. Anyway, what were you saying about this dumb show?
I forgot.
Luigi is a raccoon, and he's flying through the sky.
That's right. Until he gets hit by a Mushroom Kingdom twister, apparently.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure why they had to give it a proper name.
No, but I laughed so hard because it made me think of Space Mardi Gras.
There is a tornado in the game. I think there's only one, but it's just called a tornado.
Right.
It's not called a Mushroom Kingdom Twister.
Oh no, the United States Twister's coming.
Oh no, it's an East Wisconsin rainstorm. So they crash.
Just dumb.
They crash. Paragoombas show up. The Paragoombas are played by John Stocker, the same guy who plays Toad. But it's not like they say much.
Nah.
But I was happy to see him. Is this the first Paragoombas we've seen in any of these shows?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
I feel like we've seen something that was supposed to be a Paragoomba.
It's a pair of Paragoombas.
Oh, I see what you did.
So anyway, they crash into the castle. They just happen to end up in the room with the sarcophagus. Immediately, like they've crashed into the room they needed.
Yeah.
And Luigi uses his plumbing skills to turn the sarcophagus into a steam-powered mummy sled.
Yeah, that's what plumbers do.
Yeah.
You ever call the plumber over and then after they leave you go to use the toilet and suddenly you've blasted into space because he's made it a steam-powered chair?
I've never actually called a plumber to deal with my sarcophagi, actually. I didn't know that was part of the job.
Well, now you know. Why do you think they've kept the Mario Brothers around for so long, despite having, like, no toilets?
Every problem in the Mushroom Kingdom can be solved with plumbing. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's like Professor Layton solving everything with puzzles.
Professor Layton's solving everything by arranging all of the matchsticks into a set of squares.
We just need to find the through line in this world that solves everything.
Yeah, we don't know what it is that our world is built around yet. No, I think the sad truth is that our world is built around... I think if our world was a video game, it would be like a micromanaging finance simulator.
That's boring.
I know it's boring. That's the problem. We live in the most boring video game world. Our game sold 10 copies on the NES.
And they keep making more!
No, they don't keep making more. We're just stuck living in this world.
Why couldn't we have at least been in Bible Buffet?
It's probably a Donald Trump sponsored video game that we live in. So the Paragoombas have the tower surrounded, and Bowser's heading up the stairs to handle things.
I was very confused because he says that he's gonna Koopatate it himself.
What?
What does that mean?
I don't...
What does that mean? What could that possibly be a stand-in for?
Koopatate?
Yes!
I don't know. I think my mind just like blanked that because I didn't understand it.
No, I was so focused on it. I had to like go back and watch it again. I was like, what? What context am I missing?
There was something else that happened here that I thought was going to be the thing you were going to bring up.
What were you so baffled by?
As the steam sled comes down the stairs, did you notice what was happening in the soundtrack?
Yes, I did. Okay. I did actually. I noticed that it was our Captain N off-brand Beat It playing.
It was. And you know what that means?
It means there used to be a song here.
There used to be a song here, and it was Wipe Out by the Safaris.
Why?
So they took Wipeout out, and they put in knockoff Beat It. I was just really surprised to hear it.
I know. I thought we were watching Captain N again.
We got Paragoombas, we got Chain Chomps. You know how much I love Chain Chomps.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I don't love these Chain Chomps.
They don't look like Chain Chomps. They look like the tiny little bitey things.
Yeah, they look too organic, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me. And they've got like tiny little eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the things you're talking about? Nibbler plants, maybe? The little like plants that hop around and chomp?
I think so.
There's two kinds. There's black
Nippler
ones and white
plant.
ones.
Oops.
Or nippers?
Yeah. Those guys.
Okay, nipper plants are the white ones. There's a black one too. Muncher is the black one.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought they might be at first as well, but then I noticed they were each one chained to a block, so pretty sure they were supposed to be chain chomps. So they escape. It's not super eventful. My favorite thing is right now, where Mario tries to escape by leaping 1,000 feet straight up.
Yeah, it's Mario power.
It looks very silly. No, it's too high. It's too high. It looks like Poochie going back to his home planet.
Well, you see, what you failed to take into account is that this is Mummy Mario's power to jump real high. But it does look like he just got abducted.
Yeah, he just goes up.
He kind of looks like Discount Spring Mario.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Anyway, Mario bursts out the top of the pyramid just as his friends show up to help. Pointlessly, because he's already escaped.
Right. This entire segment is pointless.
The mummy...
They're doing it for no reason. He escapes with no help. It wasted 10 minutes of my life.
Well, they did bring her son back, right?
I guess they did do that. But why was he stolen?
We don't know why he was stolen. Maybe it was all a ploy to piss off the mummy. Maybe that's all they wanted to do. Maybe they just wanted to piss off the mummy.
Maybe.
So she'd cause some trouble. Anyway, the princess explains to the mummy what happened. She's mad at Mario for impersonating her son. I don't feel like it's his fault, lady.
I feel like he got abducted without much say in the matter.
But then she says that Luigi looks exactly like her husband, and then she chases Luigi over the horizon. I just want to say, with Mario, she at least seemed to genuinely believe that was her son. With Luigi, she does seem to be pretty clear that this isn't her husband, but she's just like, whatever, dude.
She's just on the prowl.
She's on the prowl and she is not moving on. It's not healthy to go after someone who reminds you of the person you really want to be with, you know? Don't do that.
I love you, dead husband. I mean, Luigi.
I kind of wish that we got to see her real son. It just closes out. We don't actually see him. He sleeps through this whole thing.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wet fart.
Yeah. This whole episode was a wet fart.
This show is a wet fart.
I enjoyed this second segment more, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, me too. Like, it felt a little bit more involved in the world of Mario, but...
Yeah. And also, I like Cutie Pie. I think she's the only one I like.
I do, and her voice actress is great.
Yeah. Because I forgot, was it I think the first episode of this show had that segment where she became the president of the United States of America.
Yeah, because apparently every cartoon show has to make somebody the president. Like that's the goal of every bad person.
But I remember actually liking that one. I remember that one making me laugh quite a lot.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know. Maybe this was a bad episode, but maybe it's making us be a bit too harsh on this show. I feel like we might end up looking back at the first one and remembering that we actually enjoyed it.
I don't know. I think we enjoyed that segment.
I definitely enjoyed that segment. I remember laughing at that one. But anyway, this is The Beauty of Cootie, written by Doug Booth, who also wrote for Sonic, Darkstalkers, and Street Fighter.
Man, we gotta go back to Darkstalkers.
Yeah, we do. We will. We're still in Desert Land.
Yeah.
Do you think there was a decision made that this would be the Desert Land episode? Or do you think it's a coincidence and these two writers both accidentally did a Desert Land episode?
I think this is the Desert Land episode.
I'm gonna wait.
Or maybe it's like they had written episodes that took place in the desert and then they just coupled them together, you know?
Maybe. I'm gonna have a look and see if they like regularly had two segments in the same world. Because there's only 13 episodes of this show. It's not like there's a lot. Oh my god. Okay, there's another president episode.
President of the US of A?
Yeah. This one.
Why do they keep coming to the real world and stealing the president?
Oh no, wait, no. They're running for president of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay.
But why is the princess running for president? That doesn't seem right. I just accidentally answered an earlier question.
What?
Well, there's Mario and Luigi as babies.
I knew it! I knew he'd have a mustache!
All right, so yeah, we do see Mario as a baby in this show, and he does have a mustache. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, so we're in Desert Land. There's a sultan. Do you think this is the guy that got transformed in the game? Do you think this is supposed to be him?
I hadn't even considered that, but maybe. Maybe they actually tried to tie some of the game into it.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to find out what that guy looked like in the game, if it was anything like this. What did he get turned into?
Are you asking me? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I haven't played Mario 3 in forever.
Desert Land. Nah, it doesn't look anything like him. Oh, wait. Nah, it doesn't look anything like him. This Sultan actually looks more like the King of Grassland than the King of Desert Land.
Maybe they just picked the design they thought was most fitting.
Maybe. Yeah, because the King of Grassland has like a turban and stuff. He got turned into a dog.
Yeah.
But the King of Desert Land got turned into a weird, wiggly spider.
Weird wiggly spider.
The Sultan's in a jacuzzi. Suddenly the water in the faucets gets replaced with oil. Which, yeah, fair. That's not what you want.
Not ideal.
So
Probably not a great feel.
he calls the Mario Brothers. Once again, confirming what we said earlier, that this entire world runs on plumbing problems.
Yeah.
Everything that's wrong in this
That's why
world.
there's pipes everywhere.
Yeah, I guess so. The Sultan is played by John Stocker, the guy who plays Toad. He is hard to listen to. This is an insensitive accent.
Also, does it even make sense?
What, the accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Middle Eastern stereotypes in the Mushroom Kingdom, I guess. I'm unclear. I don't know if this is the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't know if... Because each of the worlds has its own king, right? Are we still in the Mushroom Kingdom in Mario 3? I've never been sure on that. The wiki says it's the Mushroom World.
Oh.
The Mushroom World is an area with 8 countries in Super Mario Bros. 3. The Mushroom Kingdom serves as a gateway to these lands. Okay, I didn't know that. Is it like an alternate dimension? Well, anyway. So, the Marios come and they need to fix I guess there's... The palace is built on top of an oil well, and there's pipes serving oil and pipes serving water, and somehow they got mixed up, and now the Marios need to fix the plumbing before the pressure builds and the castle explodes.
Right, because their immediate fix to this solution is to just tape up all of the faucets so that the oil cannot come out of it.
Yeah.
Making the pressure build to something astronomical underneath the city.
This isn't good plumbing, Mario Bros.
This is called job security.
They're creating a future problem for them to deal with.
Yeah. You cannot get rid of the Mario Brothers.
If your plumbers do this, don't hire them again. Okay, I fixed the faucet, but I also made a pinprick hole in the pipe, so I'll have to call in 6 months. In the basement of the palace, Cheatsy and Cootie Pie are messing with the pipes. Larry is one of my favorites of the Koopalings, but I hate Cheatsy.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, this is... I'm saying this because Cheatsy is the stand-in for Larry here.
Why does he have weird squinty eyes and a purple head?
Larry is so cute. He's got... I don't know. I've always thought of Larry as the leader of the Koopalings, but I don't know if there's anything to back that up.
I don't think they have a leader.
No. But he's one of my favorites. He's cool. Larry, Roy, and Morton Jr. are my favorite Koopalings. What about you?
I have never bothered to distinguish between them.
Well, describe their appearance, and I'll tell you which one that is. Which one do you like?
I can't describe their appearance.
I think you like Roy.
Sure.
Look, I'll show you Roy, and you tell me.
I have never thought twice about Roy.
Aww.
I don't know what it is about the Koopalings. I don't care about them as characters. I don't care enough about them to learn their names or what they look like. They're just those idiots that throw shells at me in Mario Kart.
All right. But, you know, just for argument's sake, if you had to pick one of these, which one?
Probably Rainbow Mohawk.
Okay, that's Lemmy, I think. Yeah, I always get Iggy and Lemmy mixed up. After I said earlier that there's no connection between the two of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're all the same, except the girl one.
No.
I know her.
What about Morton Jr.? He's the brown one. He's the one who looks adopted.
Nintendo has just never cared about them, and so neither do I.
I mean, they didn't even name them at first.
Exactly.
So that's why
my
that's
favorite
why they've all got
Koopaling
different.
is Bowser Jr.
That, yeah. And you know, I think that's really fair to say now. I don't think anyone would disagree with you now. But if you had said that like 20 years ago, you'd get eviscerated.
No, I love Junior. He's great.
Yeah, me too. If we count Junior as a Koopaling, yeah, he's my favorite.
You know why? Because they made him a character and they gave him a personality and a story.
He's the only one who is officially one of Bowser's kids now, I think. Like, these other ones were all introduced as Bowser's kids, but I think now...
He's disavowed them all.
Yeah, I think now they're all just considered his minions, except for Junior. Because, like, so much of Bowser's personality now is being a good dad to Junior.
I love it. It's adorable.
Yeah. They updated the parental controls video for the Switch too. I love that because if you haven't, we've definitely talked about this on the show before. But if you haven't watched the Nintendo Switch parental controls video, it's worth watching.
I have seen it. It's cute.
It's very good. Anyway, so Cheatsy warns Cutie Pie that the Mario brothers are here, and she calls her dad, who lays out the whole plan in detail to these two
Right.
people who already know it.
I know you're out there enacting my plan, but let me tell you about my plan.
I already forgot the plan. It wasn't really important.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they even really needed to lay it out. This is the thing. Like, this one, I'm like, sure, they're stealing the oil, whatever. It doesn't really need an explanation. But this is the one they explained.
Right.
They didn't explain the mummy stuff.
They steal a mummy and we're just left in the dark.
So, Koopa wants his kids to stop the Mario brothers. And Cheatsy turns Cutie Pie into Mario's dream girl. This was so weird.
It was super weird, this entire episode.
Also, so like they're standing here in the basement and they hear the Mario brothers, I guess, are like singing on their way down
Yeah.
because they're like the Mario brothers are coming. To me, I thought there was ghosts. To me, it sounded like ghosts were coming.
I don't know. I have no rebuttal to that.
Mario falls in love with Cutie Pie immediately. It was weird.
This is Princess Fettuccine Alfredo.
That's right, I forgot. Luigi spots her tail, and he spends the whole time trying to get a look at it. The guy who plays Luigi's a pretty good actor. I liked his delivery on all this.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to be rude, but wasn't that a tail I just saw?
I like that they're all focused on the tail, but she stretches out her hand to shake Mario's, and it's a goblin claw.
Mario's just into faces, I guess.
I guess.
While Luigi's trying to get a look at her tail, Mario has set up an entire candlelit spaghetti dinner for her. Like, he's getting his Lady and the Tramp on.
Yeah. Just immediately simping for this random sewer woman.
She convinces Mario to put everyone in the dungeon to be safe. And even though it's very clear that everyone thinks it's a stupid idea, they all go along with it and peacefully walk into the dungeon. Like, as they're walking into the dungeon, they're like, why are you listening to her? This is dumb. Who even is she?
Oh, well, guess I'll go in the dungeon.
Look, I'll show you. It's a really dumb idea, see?
Oh, look, now we're locked in. I told you something like this would happen.
No, there's no point where anybody's like, wait a minute, who is this?
Right? You're telling me you met a woman hanging out in the sewers and you're just gonna throw us all in here because she said so?
Yeah, she says it's so that they're safe in case the palace explodes, but wouldn't the dungeon be the worst place to be if the pipes under the palace
They would all
explode?
drown. She's a plumber, Mike. She knows what she's talking about.
Oh, she did claim to be a plumber, didn't she? Princess Plumber.
Yeah.
I forgot. Anyway, Cheatsy immediately changes her back to normal, and they wash the Marios away with oil from a hose. And Koopa shows up.
You know.
Koopa shows up to take over the palace. The princess distracts the kids while Mario and Luigi sneak by and steal their magic wand. And Mario turns Luigi into like a handsome Bowser.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I just want to send you this picture of how creepy and off-model Cheatsy looks.
Yeah, I hate him.
It's terrible.
Now look at Larry. Right there, like in the screenshot you sent me, Larry is still visible.
Yeah. I just realized they changed the color of his head in this one scene.
Oh, really?
It was purple earlier.
Huh. It's supposed to be green.
And now it's green.
It's green. Real Larry has a green head. It's his body that's the wrong color in this shot.
You're telling me that this show messed something up?
I mean, look at Wendy. I'm sorry, look at Cootie Pie there as well. She doesn't look right either.
And now look at this scene. Now his head's yellow.
Do you think they just like didn't pick a color for Cheatsy's head, so they just used a different one every shot?
Maybe. No, it's green again. Oh, now I gotta get a picture of it being purple. Where did it go?
I think purple was the most wrong of all of the ones.
Right. The show does go on, doesn't it? There it is!
Okay, yeah, that was 100% wrong. So Cheatsy's head has been purple, green, and orange throughout this episode so far.
Uh-huh. So far. Let's see if we can complete the Roy G. Biv.
So what did you think of Luigi as a handsome Koopa?
First of all, voice actor did a great job.
Yeah.
But Mario! Ah, wrong voice.
But Mario, what am I supposed to do?
I like Mario is just like, go flirt with her, and Luigi's just like, well, okay.
And then immediately adopts this handsome, svelte voice.
Whoa! That's
Right?
that's not just his eyelids. His eyes themselves are bloodshot in that. Mel's just sent me a screenshot of Cheatsy with bloodshot red eyes and red eyelids. What was going on in the color department?
I don't know.
That screenshot looks like Bowser's just caught his kids doing weed.
It sure does. Cheatsy is on another planet right now.
Oh my god. Like, if I posted that and put in a, like, caption that he's, like, just caught his kids with a joint, it would look like I edited the image, but I didn't.
Yep. Oh, this show's quality. Very good.
Anyway, so Luigi starts making out with Cootie Pie.
That's what I was gonna get back to. Yeah, Luigi immediately moves in for smooching.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, I mean, they make it clear that he doesn't enjoy it, but it was kind of his choice, so...
Yeah, that's what's weird about it. Cootie Pie did not have to smooch Mario once to win him over, but Luigi comes in and just plants lizard lips on her.
Well, that's the thing, like, Luigi doesn't... He's not as charming in his personality, but my god, he's a good kisser. And he knows it.
I guess.
Boy, if I talk to her, it's never gonna work. I'm too shy. But if I put these lips to work...
After I blew things with that mummy woman.
That's when I learned to keep my mouth shut.
Shut it, plant it, go to town.
So he asks for some private... Or does he ask... I think he asks if there's like a private place they can go.
She clears out the dungeon so that they can rearrange the room.
Well, is that a euphemism?
That's what she said. I assumed it was a euphemism. It was weird.
Yeah, she wants to make out in the prison cell, but she, I guess, accidentally turns him back into Luigi and then chases him through the castle.
Whoa, 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 what was that? I think I just saw a scene where her head briefly came off. It's fully off! Her head is fully off!
Look at Cheatsy's reaction to it.
I'd be feeling the same.
Ew, sis. Your head's off.
His head was just orange again.
Of course it was. Maybe he just got a star and he's cycling through the colors.
Maybe. You just hear the star theme playing quietly the whole time.
Anyway, Mario blasts the Koopa kids away with oil and water. There's Boomerang Brothers, there's Fire Chomps, there's a lot of stuff going on.
His head just changed colors between frames.
Yeah. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Sorry, the story sucks so bad that I am so fascinated in these animation goofs.
Did you notice here? Knockoff Beat It came back?
I sure did.
Yeah. This time the original song was Slippin' and Slidin' by Little Richard.
Okay.
I don't know that one. I know Wipeout. Everybody knows Wipeout, but I don't know this one.
Right. I don't think I do either. I just find it such a strange choice that any of these shows sampled these songs in the first place. What does that add to your show?
Yeah. I guess there must have been some kind of benefit to it originally, but I don't know what it was.
Because now it feels like they have to write episodes around these songs, and maybe that's why they suck so bad.
Well, you think the whole mandate here was we need you to write a song around Slippin' and Slidin' by Little Richard?
Maybe.
So when the song ends, there's a really abrupt cut. Like Bowser just stands up and says, "I need the Doom Ship," and then it really abruptly...
Oh my god, I laughed so hard.
I need the Doom Ship.
Because then it comes back in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and smashes into the wall of the palace. And from this point onwards, the rest of this episode is really disjointed and weirdly paced.
Yeah.
It feels like they realized suddenly they were running out of time. So everything just starts happening at a breakneck speed, and all the cuts are weird. Everything feels slightly off. Like I feel like every shot has a few seconds cut from the beginning and end just to move things along quicker.
It's really jarring.
So the Koopas all jump onto the ship that has crashed into the palace, and then they escape on it. Koopa starts firing cannons at the palace. They start playing the battle theme from Mario 3, which is probably my favorite song from that game, which I was happy to hear.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeehaw! Doom Ship, here I come! Ride them, plumber boy!
It's a good song.
Yeah. The Mario Brothers... So the Sultan is yelling, like, "You have to save my palace!" And the Mario Brothers destroy the entire palace so that they can squirt some oil at the Doom Ship.
Yeah.
They knock the whole palace down.
Listen, you gotta break a few eggs. You gotta destroy a few palaces.
Bowser runs away. Luigi uses the magic wand to fix the palace, which works, but the wand melts. And that's another part that I laughed at, because he's like, "We could use this to fix the palace." Oh, it melted.
I laughed because there was a portion of the frame that was not animated with the magic effect.
Oh, yeah?
So the bottom, quarter of the castle is just normal, while the top 3/4 is twinkling in magic.
The Mario Brothers run to use the jacuzzi now that the castle is fixed. And that's the end. So, what did you think?
I hated it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But there was a lot wrong with it, and that was fun.
That's true, but I didn't notice it at the time because I was trying to pay attention to the story for some reason. All the animation goofs slid on by until now.
What story?
Exactly. Like, I don't understand why this show exists. It's not a good show. It doesn't have a purpose.
It wasn't a good episode, but we did like Reptiles in the Rose Garden. That was a
Fine.
good episode. What was the other one? Sneaky, lying, cheating giant ninja Koopas. Okay, I remember we did not like that one, but we liked Reptiles in the Rose
I remember
Garden.
that one also had some animation goofs in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we just need to see some written by different people.
I guess. It is very dependent on the writer, but the overarching existence of this show, I question. It's very clearly just to cash in on the Mario Brothers because it's just like, it's dumb.
Yeah, they still had the Mario license after the Super Show. Mario 3 came out. They wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're done.
I think we're more than done.
But what about the legacy?
Is there such a thing?
Well, apparently in the Nintendo Power Guide for Super Mario Bros. 3, they call the pyramid stage the Pyramid of Queen Mushroom Carmoon. Or the Lost Pyramid of Mushroom Carmoon or something.
Right.
I don't know if that was a deliberate reference to this show. I hope not.
Me too.
So that's it.
We beat it.
Yeah, I didn't like this one.
Nah.
But you know, maybe it will get better.
Sure, Mike. Sure.
I'm trying.
Well, I guess I can't even say that is consistent. I was gonna say, you are the optimist of this show and I'm the pessimist, but I feel like that's not universal. I think I'm predominantly the pessimist.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Has there been a show that you liked that I didn't?
You know I don't remember what shows we watched.
Me neither. Anybody who pays attention to this show, let us know if there's been a show that Mel liked and I didn't. I do think it's more likely that I'm gonna like it, usually. Between the two of us.
I just mean like in our commentary, sometimes I feel like I'm the one trying to talk you down. But usually it's the other way around.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're sorry.
Do not go out of your way to watch this episode on your own. It's not worth it.
Well, yeah, nothing happened. Well, I guess nothing ever happens in this show. It's not like we're waiting for them to finally defeat Bowser.
I guess, but like, there's nothing wrong with a Monster of the Week show. They can be fun. This one isn't.
But there's no Monster of the Week.
Yeah, they just toot around all day and don't do anything.
Toot around.
I couldn't think of a word, so that was what came to mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes words get stuck in my mouth.
Super Show is better, for sure.
We get live action segments with our favorite brothers.
Yeah, where weird celebrities are in their medicine cabinet.
Listen, the celebrities are weird, but Mario and Luigi are great, and you know it.
Yeah, I know. I wanted more of... I remember last time we watched this show, Mario got, like, really sassy at the end of the episode. And I wanted more of that, but it didn't really happen.
We need sassy Raiden in Mario form.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. What do we usually say at the end?
Thank you to our club VIP.
Yes, our club VIPs. I'm sorry. Jamie Core and Mark Kelly, our club VIPs. And also, we have a new Club Mesmeron.
Whoa!
Eugene Lattig. Let me know if I pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry if I did. Thank you.
Thank you and sorry.
I know you are already in our Discord server, but if you have any requests for us as the Mesmeron, you can...
We're legally obligated.
Yeah, you can demand things, and we'll look at them. So if there's any specific show you want us to watch or you want us to go back to, let us know, and we'll do that.
What if we have to watch this show forever?
Don't put that idea out there.
Well, there's only 13 episodes, so forever can only extend so far.
Yeah, unless it's like, start again, watch them over. No, we wouldn't do that.
Unless we die. And then purgatory is just watching this show forever.
Listen, don't put that out. Don't give the devil ideas.
He's gonna get him one way or another.
I'm Skull Pirate Mike. Oh my god, my voice cracked.
That was weird.
Yeah.
It sounded like it got stuck.
It did. I'm Skull Pirate Mike. Come and find me on the internet. I'm on Blue Sky and Twitch mostly. I'm about to start my summer marathon. Every summer I marathon through a game series. And I'm going to be starting it soon. As soon as I finish Chrono Trigger. It's going to happen. Mel?
Hi, I'm Mel. That's the end. That's all I got.
Okay. Bye. You know, I'm looking at screenshots from other episodes and I'm seeing that Cheatsy in general, I just don't think they ever decided on colors for him, because here he is in a different episode.
What is going on?
The mint green face.
He looks like a pea.
He looks like he's ill. Like, if I just saw that screenshot, I would assume he had just drunk some of that potion that he's holding.
Drink some of that pirate juice.
Yeah, and now he's like, ugh. But no, apparently that's just a coloring error.
Oh, this show.